everybody, Big D here, that's Liam. Welcome back to another episode of Big D's and Liam's Custom Garage after a long, what was it, 2 week, 3 week break, holidays. Hope you guys had a great holiday break like we did, and we're glad to be back to working. It was nice and all, but
yeah,
I was missing it, so yeah, I'm glad we're back to working.
we got stuff to do, so it's...
we got stuff to do. So today, Liam is in charge of the things, so I'm gonna let Liam take over on what we are doing in today's video.
Like we said in our live stream, if you guys follow that, we're working on the paint on the silver MX-5 Miata Roadster, whatever you want to call it.
Project Void.
Project Void, of course.
Yes.
We got our paint pens, clear coat. We even got the stock color in cans. We got wet dry sandpaper all the way down to 3,000.
Yes.
And beginning at 800, which is kind of rough, but we'll still use it to knock down things real quick. We got a little sandy block thing here. Not sure how much we're going to use that, but
it's a little stiff,
a little big.
You can get them. You can get those broke in after a little bit. Sometimes you can heat them up a little bit and kind of work them around to loosen them up. But yeah,
this is just soapy water in a spray bottle.
Yeah.
So that's not a big deal. But we got our polishing compound, which will help us clean out some stuff and help us with the finish after we're done. And some denatured alcohol to get rid of wax, dirt, all kinds of stuff that's in the paint or on the paint and all that good crap. And we even bought some new gloves because we both needed some new gloves.
Yes, we've been needing gloves.
And these are actually pretty warm.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they weren't that expensive either. We got them at Home Depot. They're Milwaukee.
Yeah.
This is not a sponsored plug, by the way.
No. All right, that's pretty much the equipment. I guess we'll move to the car now and start getting to work.
Yeah, so here we go.
We're here with the car, as you can see. This is the hood. You can tell by the limit in the headlight here. You can see these chips, these little black marks right next to my finger. There's also one here, one over here. And there's plenty of rounds. I mean, they're all over the place. These are what we're going to have to fill in. Here's even a real bad one over here. I don't know if you can see that.
There's a couple that are like...
down to the metal.
Yes, they are like good. Yeah. But basically what we're looking at here is all of you guys will experience this. If you go out and you look at the front of your car real close and you've had it for some years, you'll have this same deal. Basically, you've had the front of your car sandblasted over time because you got rocks and all that on the street, and and other cars are kicking it up in front of you. So it basically just sandblasts the front of the car, so you get big chips and small chips. And so Liam's going to show you basically how to fill them and make them look good again.
Yeah, that's the goal anyway. We'll see how it goes.
Using the right stuff, not the stuff that you go down to your local parts store and pick up. Yeah. This is actual matching color paint for the Miata.
Yeah, so it's pretty easy to find. I mean, it's the only silver color they made in this year, so it's pretty easy to find for this car. It might be a little more difficult for your car. Anyway.
Yeah, and those are things you also need to know. Yeah. So when you go looking for your car like this, sometimes you'll find out in this example, they only made this car in this silver, so it wasn't a huge chase down.
Yeah. For now, what I'm doing is I'm using some soapy water to clean the area I'm going to be working in and make sure I don't have any dirt in the chip anymore. That should do it.
Yes. I'm pretty much Liam's assistant today.
Yeah.
Helping him out, grabbing stuff that he needs, also guiding him because, again, I'm very, very experienced in the auto body stuff. So, although not so much in the rock chip filling area. I'm more in the experience of we're going to sand the whole entire car and do body work and respray and all that.
Yeah.
So
What I'm doing now is I'm using a little polish. This is recommended in some videos and instructions to help smooth out the edges of the area of the chip.
and normally this was what was awkward to me because I'd never heard of doing something.
It also
like
takes
this.
off some dirt.
Yes.
So
It normally I've heard of you would normally use your fine wet sandpaper and you would just lightly sand it to get the rough edges off. But Liam's research has found that they recommend polishing to get the rough and sharp edges off of the chip before you fill it.
yeah.
So that's the technique he's using right now. He's going to use the polishing technique to get the rough sharp edges off of the chip before cleaning and filling.
Now I'm starting with the 1500. So this is just
Shouldn't need to go any finer than this.
yeah. At least on the because this is like, I mean, you can't even feel it with your finger.
Yeah,
I mean, it feels just like regular paper.
yeah.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to
So you're going to take a very, very small piece. Sorry, guys, I accidentally kicked the
camera there.
camera
Yeah,
with
happens.
my foot, but it leveled out very quickly. So now this is wet and dry paper. You can use it either way. Now you're going to take just a little bit,
Just rough the area.
kind of work it in a circular pattern instead of just
Yeah.
going up and down, because you want a good. The sandpaper is not only taking off the sharp edges, but it's also giving the new paint something to bite to.
Yeah.
It's got to have something to grip.
And see, it doesn't do that much.
No, but you can see it did just enough. After it dries, you can see where he sanded it. It's got that kind of
Discolor to it.
discolor to it.
And that roughness to it. That'll
Yeah.
help
So now he's going to get his paint pen.
No.
Or not the paint pen, sorry. We almost skipped a step. You got to get your, what's it called?
Denatured alcohol.
Denatured alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
That will take all your other contaminants off the surface. Your wax, your finger oils, grease, road stuff, whatever the soap and water didn't get off, the denatured alcohol will get the rest off.
Yeah, see if you can open it.
Okay, I can do that.
Just get a little alcohol on the rag. and
Yeah,
just
because
work
we're
the area.
not doing a large surface, so you don't need a whole lot.
Oh yeah, that smells fun. Don't drink this, kids. Not good
Yeah,
for you.
don't drink it, don't smell it. Actually, probably prefer you to wear some type of a respirator or dust mask when you're working with these chemicals. Also, do it with a either a ventilation system, or if you're in a garage, have your door open. So you're not in here getting all kinds of feeling funny and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I think we're
So-
good. I'm feeling great, and the paint's
Woo!
good.
God dang, I'm upwind of it now. I was down on the garage floor, and now I'm standing up, and wow.
It's powerful stuff.
Yes, that is. Woo! Now,
Okay.
you can see the sand marks even better now, and that is because the denatured alcohol has obviously done its job. Did Liam show you guys the rag to show how much dirt the denatured alcohol still pulled out
Yeah,
of
it's a little
the
bit.
surface?
There's a little bit on there.
Yeah, shows you that even the soap and water did not get it completely clean. So, again, this is all
Okay.
the proper process and technique for doing all
So
of
make sure
this
you have
stuff.
the right pens. Some are clear coat,
Yes.
and some are waterborne low viscosity paint. So make sure you have the paint, which
Yes.
is green.
And also be careful with with your paint pens, with it being low viscosity, it means that it's very thin. So
and we're working on a
downslope, so you need to try to apply it in as thin layers as you can so it doesn't run off the panel, because we don't want runs.
But I'm going to use the brush because it seems a little easier to me.
Gotta shake it up real good, get your paint and your it'd be your paint and your reducers and all that.
Yeah, thinner, reducer.
Yeah, reducers, hardener, all that's going to be pre-mixed in there. But you don't, in case it separates, you want to shake them up really, really good before using them. That should be good enough. Yeah, it looks good. Plus, this paint's going to have a metallic in it too, so you want to make sure that that's good mixed in the paint too when you're shaking it.
There you go.
Well, you want to fill all your scratches though too. But right now, he's just dabbing and filling the chip itself.
Yeah. And then you work that. Then you, it's going to be a little risen for the rest of the paint. And that's where your other sandpapers and other things come in. But you can barely.
Sanding and your buffings and your clears and all that good shit. Yes.
And you want it, and the roughing of the surface around the chip that we did will help that bond.
Now see, here where you're seeing the rough sand, notice it's still silver colored. So he didn't need to put the paint on that. It just needed to be in the chip. After the dab dries and it gets sanded down to paint surface, the rest of that will be covered up and filled back in with the clear, because all he really did right there is he just took the clear off down to the paint.
All right. And we're going to pause this until it dries, and we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, we're back. It's dried a little bit. We've looked at it, and it's still not raised enough to sand down. It kind of dried and leveled out.
Basically, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. It filled in under the paint. Basically, if there was any gap under if there was a lip, it went in and filled it all in. So now Liam has to apply basically another coat, wait for it to dry, actually put a little bit thicker on there.
You want it raised. You want a bubble.
Yeah, it doesn't, if you put it on like a bubble, it's okay. It's just, yeah, there we go.
You want something to sand down.
Yeah, the good thing is you get down level with your panel and you look at it and you look for that bump. And there is a bump.
And we have the heat gun here. We're speeding up the process a little bit.
Yeah, we're using the heat gun, but we're holding it way, way back from the panel because you do not want to cook your paint.
Yeah. The low heat.
Yeah.
A good foot and a half away from the actual paint.
And we're all
just a good, nice heat going in the general direction.
A
hair dryer would probably work a little better, actually.
Well, yes, a hair dryer's not as hot as a heat gun. Heat guns put out a lot of heat.
If you're burning your hands, it's too hot.
Yeah.
So just wave your hand in front of the heat gun.
Basically, all we're doing is upping the temperature a little bit, because we're doing this in the morning, and believe it or not, we've had some pretty cold snaps here lately, so it's not that warm right now and not really that ideal for paint to dry. So by using the heat gun, it's upping the temperature just enough on the panel and stuff for the paint to be able to set off properly and cure.
Anyway, we'll get back to you when this is dry.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in a bit. Hey everybody, Liam here. This is a video of some of the paint chips on the hood. We're making a transition into day 2. We ran out of recording time because some things popped up, some business. So
Now we're moving into day 2, straight into some hyperlapse of me applying more paint. Here we go. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm on day 2 of working on these touch-ups. As you can see, there are a lot of silver dots now, a lot of silver pimples, and I'm going to start sanding them down. I kind of lost track of the one we were originally working on. I think that is it right there. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure that's the one. So I'm going to start lightly sanding that down, using a little water, of course. Get my little bottle of water out. Get some water on sandpaper. I'm starting with a 1500 grit, and I'm going to start just using my hands. I'm not going to use any blocks or anything like that. I'm just going to start lightly working in a circle. Make sure it's wet. You can see there's no more wax on it because you can tell it wasn't beating up and sloughing off. So we got all that wax off. Now I'm just gonna use light pressure and start sanding that down. It's already starting to look better. There we go. There we go. Yeah, see, it's already starting to knock down. Might as well do the one right next to it. Doesn't take much. Let me get my rag so you guys can see. There you go. Yeah, it's already knocked it down. Already looks a lot better. Now I just got to do that to thousands of more little pimples. And I'm going to start doing that. So I'll be right back. And we're going to go to hyperlapse. Okay, we're back after the hyperlapse. As you can see, it's still a work in progress. You can still see some chips that didn't get completely filled in. That's a little bit my fault. It's the first time doing this, so I'm going to have to redo some of these. This is without clear coat also. So, yeah, I'm going to have to refill a lot of these, especially the big ones like that one and that one. But 90% of them are filled and pretty much just need little dabs of clear coat. I pretty much know where they all are because I can still see the swirl marks from the sandpaper because I haven't gone down to a lower grit. I just use some polish to kind of clean it up so you don't see them. So you can still see the swirl marks. So I know where all the little divots are and where all the little where they're going to need clear coat and stuff like that. So it's work in progress, but that's going to be the end of this video. So let's take it to the outro.
Hey guys, welcome back. Well, as you guys can see, we got the 2 chips worked out, and Liam's going to continue working on a couple more of the chips and then add them into this same video. And yeah, I won't be here for that. We do have the cylinder head, one of the cylinder heads for the 350 motor for Project Darksin up on the table, because next week we start our port and polish. Yes, you heard me right. We are going to start our disassembly and port and polish and reassembly on our stock cylinder heads. I got everything ordered on Friday. Everything came in Saturday afternoon. So we have our porting bits, our sanding bits. Yeah, basically we have everything we need, including the proper intake gaskets that we're going to be using, so we could use them to mark out where we are going to be doing our port matching on our intake and exhaust sides. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. Also, again, like Liam said, hope you guys are looking forward to the additional footage that he is going to be filming of fixing some more of the paint chips. And I will look forward to seeing those too, because I proof watch all the videos. But yeah, next week we start our port and polish work on the heads, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that, especially on the intake side, because damn, we got some rough surfaces going on the intake side in here. Kind of, woo. We will see you guys Friday night for our live stream Car Talk and Other Things with Liam and Big D, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, right here on our channel. I'm Big D.
I'm Liam.
And we're out.